Rockstars, amazingly, we have arrived at our final quilt block of 2021, the African Penguin. Now, inside this month's little blog that I put together for y'all, I talk about how to quilt if you are laying all these blocks out in a sampler, a few ways that you can consider quilting that. For today, though, we're going to keep it simple, and we're just going to be quilting our two little penguins. Today, I'm going to be doing some pebbles down here at the bottom, and I think I'm going to end up doing some paisleys up here at the top. I think that's where I've arrived. But first, we're going to start by doing some very simple stitch in the ditch all the way around these penguins. It is absolutely amazing to me how far we have come this year. And if you have been stitching along, I really just want to take a moment to congratulate you. This has not been a small project. And so if you have been stitching along in real time, congratulations on conquering an enormous undertaking. If you are working along at your own pace, know that you are exactly where you are meant to be on your journey. And I hope that seeing today's video will inspire you to continue working on your Aurifil Endangered Species Block of the Month and finish these up, as they are such beautiful quilt blocks and make such a beautiful sampler. Okay, rock stars, our cute little penguins have been all outlined and their tummies secured, so even if we decide not to add any more quilting to these little folks, they are good to go in all of their beautiful color blocked glory. Next up, we're going to start by just doing some pebbles down here under their little feet to give them a little ground to stand on. You can see there already how thick some of this fabric is by their wings, and hence why I'm starting with just a simple stitch in the ditch to secure them. All right, so we'll come over here into the background, and I'm going to do pretty big pebbles. I'm thinking like big rocky beach vibes here. And this not only gives a fun texture and doesn't make the quilting super, super dense compared to the penguins, but it also means that these pebbles quilt up just a wee bit faster than they would if we were to do little tiny ones. Now right there, my pebble did go right up against kind of the edge of the quilt. Keep in mind that any quilting that comes within 1/4 to 1/2 inch of the edge of your quilt is probably going to get lost in the binding. So I usually just try to leave a little bit of margin so I don't have to worry about that. And right here on the edge, let's turn this quilt. Give our hand something a little easier to hold on to. Decided it would be fun to put these penguins standing on a pebble beach with a different kind of upper part of this background. Like I mentioned, I'm planning to do some paisleys, because I think it would be best to leave them either sparsely quilted or basically unquilted. So having a little bit of extra visual interest in the background just adds a little bit of extra texture and fun. And I'm excited to see how this pretty contrasting thread quilts up as well, and the effect that that creates. Just traveling my way back out here. continuing over like so. Now that we've filled in these pebbles along the bottom, and you can see I started adding a few paisleys here, I'm going to simply continue up and around doing paisleys, just continuing to add texture so our lovely little penguins pop off their background. And there you have it, Rockstar. 2 sweet lovebird African penguins to wrap up our Aurifil Endangered Species Block of the Month 2021. Thank you all so much for quilting along with me this year. It has been an absolute honor to be your free motion quilting guide and teacher, and I hope we were able to stay connected over at my website, springandstory.com.